Hey traders, John Howell here. Get ready for the slingshot pattern. I believe we're getting ready, guys. We're getting a pullback right now, but I believe there's going to be a slingshot move just around the corner. Let me share with you what I'm saying here. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders. I'm running an absolute massive thank you for being my subscriber sale. Very first thing in the description, guys, I'm giving 95% off to my entire Master Trader Lab, and also I'm giving away like $5,000 worth of courses and bonuses. A massive, massive sale. 2 days only, guys. First thing in the description. Now, let's go look at the stock markets. What's actually happening with the stock market today? So we can actually see on the stock market that we're still getting this little bit of a pullback. And this pullback, as you know, was expected, is expected, and it's happening. But it's okay. Like, I did call this pullback. I was early, but I did call this pullback and I got it right. So that's what's happening now. But who cares about that? What's coming next, or what's likely to come next, so we can anticipate it, so we can get ready for it and potentially make some more money. Okay. For me personally, guys, my personal trading, I've had a literally 100% success rate in the last 2 weeks. I've had about 10 trades in total, all 100% success rate. So it's just been absolutely phenomenal for my personal trading myself, and I'm in tune. Things are doing really well. I have a good trading system and I'm really happy with that. And now I'm imparting some of that knowledge onto you. One of that knowledge is where are we right now in the market and what's likely to come. So right now, I believe we're going to get the slingshot move out of the actual stock market, a slingshot move. Now, what is a slingshot move? I believe the slingshot move is what's called, like just like the saying, right? Like a little slingshot pattern. You get like the little pullback, and then whoosh, right? And it slings to the upside. Absolutely slings to the upside, massively, right? The whole thing about that is, guess what? Is that obviously we get the slingshot, right? Pull back, and then poof to the upside, right? So we're getting that right now. I believe the slingshot move is going to come. So I believe we're getting the pullback, which again I called probably a month ago. I said, okay, well, guys, we're gonna get this pullback. Don't be alarmed, right? Because it's just going to be just that, just a pullback. But with what's happening right now, again, it's just the pullback. Now, how long is the pullback going to last? No one knows that, right? No one knows that. But what I can say is this, right? My fellow followers is that what I can say is that what is happening right now is that when it does start to end, I believe we're going to get, the buyers are going to scoop back in again, and we're going to race to an all-time new high. I did just say that, all-time new high. Now, I know you think that's nuts and they think that's crazy, but traders, at the start of the year, I was actually expecting a rally out of the stock market. I didn't know it was going to be straight away, but if you actually click on my name and there's a trailer video there, then the main trailer video there, you'll be able to see in that video I make two predictions. One's about gold. Gold's done nothing ever since. But then also one with the S&P 500 at the start of the year when we're down here to say I believe we're going to make an all-time new high. You can actually see that video. I did that 2 months ago. So I actually called this up move. But what I'm saying right now is that, and I called this pullback, right? About a month ago, I said, guys, yes, we may get some more upside here, but we're going to get a pullback. So the market is operating very, very, very normal here. So, but what's coming next is, guess what? The slingshot move. And I want you guys to be ready for it, because you guys can take advantage of it and potentially make some money from it, right? Especially if you have a really good trading system and so on and so forth. Now, again, guys, if you really do need some help with all your trading, then I'm running that massive flash sale plus $5,000 worth of bonuses. Guys, go check that out. First thing in the description. So the whole thing is that this big massive pullback through here is this big massive pullback. This pullback through here is not going to be big. It's not going to be massive. It's just probably going to be a small move before we may get a little bit more downside like this, maybe 5 to 10% in total. And then guess what? Boof, away we go. And we're probably going to like it. We're probably likely to make an all-time new high out of this. Make sense? So that's what I'm looking at from there, from this perspective here. And an all-time new high, by the way, guys, all-time highs is actually not that far away. Some people are saying that, or some of my YouTube comments are saying, John, there's no way this can make an all-time new high. Well, why can't it, right? Why can't it? We're about what? We're only about 7% away from an all-time new high. Call it 10% to make an all-time new high. So why can't we do that, right? But the whole thing about what's happening, what's the stock market doing right now? The trend is your friend until the end. The trend is your friend until the end, right? Yes, cool. So what do we have here? Up, higher low, higher low. Who's in control? The buyers, right? So we're in an upward trend. Do not fight the market. Now let's go look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, same thing. We're getting a pullback. So the Nasdaq may only pull back towards the 14,500 level. As you can see, massive level of support through here, right? Real big long-term support. So we mainly, again, guys, this pullback here was expected. That's what I've been saying for the last month or so with my YouTube videos. Guys, get ready for the pullback. It's coming. But now we're getting it. What's next? What's next is the slingshot pattern, right? So now the pullbacks happen. Now we're probably likely to come back down to here, major level of support before we start to see another big move out of the tech sector. So yes, the pullback's happening. We're getting the cooling off period. That's happening right now. It's been happening for the last couple of weeks. This was expected. Again, guys, you've been following me for the last 2-3 months. You know I've been calling this. So this was expected. Now what's expected to happen now is this is just a pullback, right? We're probably likely to get a bit more of a pullback, especially out of the tech sector, because we have actually made a big move to the upside. But then what we see is this thing probably start to make a nice move back to the upside from there. Makes sense? So that's what I'm looking at. I'm just looking at the slingshot pattern, bit of a slingshot move, and then away we go to the upside. Slingshot move, and guys, once you start to anticipate these moves, all right? And I was actually doing a session with my private clients, because I have a talk with my private clients every single day. If you're interested in becoming a private client, guys, that second link in the description, you can actually apply for it, and I'll actually call you, and you can actually then join me every single day, and I can coach you and so on and so forth. But the whole thing about, I was saying to my private clients, is that a lot of the times, or sometimes the market can give us patterns to say, okay, then this is what's happening right now, so therefore this is what's likely to happen, right? And so what I mean by like this right now is just a pullback. So therefore this is, because it's just a pullback, I mean, it's not a change in trend, it's not a crash. It's just a pullback right now. Therefore, what's likely to happen? The buyers are likely to scoop this back up and then start to see the move back up. I just don't know the timing of that. I'm confident to see that happening, but I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know if we're going to see another 5% move on the downside first before we see the upside, or they're going to base out for a little bit, maybe for a few weeks, and then make a move to the upside. Now, moving on now through to the Russell. Russell's in a very strong channel here. Now, the big thing about a channel is that when you get channels like this, and the Russell's been real, look at this here, Russell's been sort of, this is the Russell through here, as you can see, right? That's a Russell through there. Russell's been very strong to the upside, but where is the trend on the Russell, right? Very simple. Higher low. What's coming next? So guys, there is so many amazing opportunities. And again, I was talking to my private clients today, and if you look across if you look across all the markets, even some of the crypto markets, oh my goodness, there's such incredible, amazing setups that are setting up, getting ready for potential trades to come around, right? Because I have my setups, and then I have my entry candle that I actually get in on, or my entry bar that I get in on after my setup, and I'm getting just some incredible setups. Anyway, so that's what's happening right now, guys, okay? So we're getting through this here. So I believe we're likely to see a break, and when we do start the break, we're likely to see what? This high up here to this here. The Russell could be getting ready to make a nice move to the upside, and isn't that a quinky dink? Look at that. All that resistance through there. Quinky dink, quinky dink, quinky dink, right? All that resistance through there. So as you can see, look at the Dow Jones. Look at this here, the Dow Jones 30. Look what's happening with the Dow Jones 30, right? What is going on here? Very, 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 look at this here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful upward trend. Higher low, higher low, higher low. What's this here, right? Is this, like, look at this here. Look how weak this move is. This is the pullback. You're not even getting things like, look at this here. That was a strong move down, strong move down, strong move down, strong move down. Look at this here. What is this? Look how slow that is, right? That's strong, that's slow. What does that mean? This slow is what? Just a pullback in the markets, right? And right now it's just a pullback. So therefore, what can we expect? We can expect probably a bit more of this here. So if you are trying to trade these sections, if you're trying to trade these pullbacks, pullback here, pullback here, pullback here, you're probably going to get chopped out. right? There's a big mistake that I made for so many years in my trading is trying to trade what we call these pullback phases. You end up getting a lot of volatility within that, so therefore you get chopped out. For me personally, I don't trade volatility phases. I wait for, I'm always trying to jump in on these phases here, and so guess what I'm doing? I'm waiting for this pullback phase to end and trying to jump in on that next volatility phase. Make sense, guys? So there we go, traders. Hope that helps you out. Again, guys, click on that first link in the description. Go check out that. Massive thank you for being my subscriber sale that I'm running, and I'll see you in the next video.